Hey, what's up? It's Sep from Unison, and I'm super excited to announce Unison MIDI Wizard 2.0. It's finally here. We've been working on this update around the clock for the last year, and we completely revamped the plugin and rebuilt it from the ground up, completely redesigned algorithms, a built-in synth, built-in effects, tons of features, incorporated AI, and added completely new modes. So in a minute, I'm gonna jump inside my computer and walk you through everything so you can see it in action. But first, let me tell you the story behind making this update and why it's so important to us at Unison and why you're gonna love it so much. So in July 2020, we released the original Unison MIDI Wizard, and it was best in its class in terms of chord progression and melody generation in specific genres. But at the time, the team was just myself, a plugin developer, a couple of music theory experts, and customer support. So we did our best and we put all our effort into making MIDI Wizard 1.0 back then, and it was great at the time. But since then, our team has grown massively, our skills have grown massively. We now have over 20 people on our team, including many more plugin developers, many more music theory experts, AI experts, a creative director. And as a whole, we've just, as a team, grown, and our skills and effort have multiplied tenfold. And that's exactly why the people that we've shown MIDI Wizard 2.0 pre-release to say it's 10x better in every single way. And I'm excited to show you as well. And just to keep in mind, if you're an existing MIDI Wizard customer from 1.0, this is a free update. We promise free lifetime updates, and I'm gonna keep my word. Even though this costed me hundreds of thousands of dollars and a full year of our team working, it's going to be a free update for existing MIDI Wizard users. And if you're not an existing user, there's also good news for you because you're gonna be able to get it at the lowest price MIDI Wizard has ever been offered. So not only are you gonna get a plugin that's 10 times better, you're also gonna pay the lowest price ever offered. But this is only gonna be here for a very limited time. So if you're still seeing this video, it means you can get it. But if you come back today, tomorrow, maybe even a couple hours from now, the price could have jumped up by $200. So don't miss out, watch this video until the very end and then make a decision whether or not it's right for you. And if you do decide that it's right for you, take action and get your copy at this very low launch price. So without further ado, let's jump inside my computer. I'll walk you through the demos and show you exactly how exciting all the new stuff we've developed is and how it works. All right, so check out how cool this is. All you gotta do is select your genre. So we can select hip hop and rap, select your key, you can do D minor, do hybrid advanced, see what it gives us. And from here, the cool part is you can randomize the chord progression and the exact melody will then follow the new progression. And from here, you can also change the sound randomly. The built-in synth has all of these presets. Plus you have the option to get these expansion packs. But if you press this, it'll select the new sound. Now we can get to Unison Link. With Unison Link, you can use Unison MIDI Wizard 2.0 with Bass Dragon to create matching bass lines to your new chord progression. So now all you gotta do is put them to the same group via Unison Link. Now you're gonna have a matching bass line to your melody. That's something really cool because you can keep doing it and it'll always match. Even if you change the chord progression, it'll always match like that. All right, cool. So let's move on to the next genre, and we got tons of features to walk through still. All right, so let's go to house. So we got a drum loop here. Now we're gonna open up MIDI Wizard 2.0, and next I'm gonna show you the chords. So now's a good time to explain the 3 brand new modes and the types that we have. So chords will generate a full chord progression, a long block chord progression if you select this. If you select rhythm, it'll give it a rhythm. And you can obviously change the progression. And also the sound. And then we're going to use Unison Link to give it a bass line with Bass Dragon. So we can go ahead, open up our Bass Dragon. Go ahead and put it to group 2. And let's see what it gives us. All right, so let's go back to the chord rhythm, and I'm gonna show you some more customization options. If you go here, we have all these built-in effects. You can adjust the reverb. I'll solo it. Then you have all of these effects: auto pan, bit crush, destroy, detune. So you can customize the sounds as much as you want. You can also adjust the attack, decay, sustain, release, make the sound more punchy or longer, filter. You can also route your own sounds to it via other synths. So you can turn this off, and if you have a sound or synth you like, you can use that specific sound with MIDI Wizard's specific chord progressions and melodies. Although there are so many high quality sounds in the built-in synth that are designed over the last year by our world-class sound designers, I think you're gonna be extremely happy with what's inside stock. Plus, you have all these expansions that you're gonna have the option to get. All right, so let's move on to the next genre here, R&B. Let's go ahead and open this MIDI Wizard. And for this one, we're gonna generate a full chord progression. So we're in D minor, just gonna press this and see what it gives us. So on top of that chord progression, we have this existing melody, which was generated with MIDI Wizard and processed with Sound Doctor. So you can see with and without Sound Doctor, it sounds like this. And then with, way more dreamy. And if we wanted to add a bass line, we can link Bass Dragon, just like that. And something else that's really cool that you can do is you can link 2 instances of MIDI Wizard together. I'm gonna duplicate MIDI Wizard. You're gonna be really blown away by this. Now we got 2 instances of MIDI Wizard. So I'm gonna have one over here and one over here. And this is where we're gonna use the specific melody mode. So we're gonna keep one on chords and then select melody on the other. And they're both linked now. So it's going to create a perfectly matching top line to the chord progression. So let's choose a different sound for the melody and take a listen. And we can do it again as many times as we want to get something completely fresh. You can obviously change the preset. So now would be a good time to explain how this all works. I mean, you're probably thinking like, how on earth is this even possible? Like, is it really unlimited amounts of generations possible? The answer is yes. There's almost 1 trillion possibilities within this plugin. To create it, we created micro fragments from hit songs for melodies and chord progressions. You know, we basically cracked the code on how hit songs are made in terms of their chord progressions and melodies. That's why when you generate a chord progression, it'll always sound good because it's picking the exact chords that are supposed to sound good in sequence. You got tons of options for that as well. And for the melodies, it's combining micro fragments that were based off hit songs. We created thousands of them, ran them through AI to create exponentially more options, and then sorted through them, removing anything that wasn't good, and fine-tuning over the last year, and also designing presets from the built-in synth, plus some other crazy stuff that would take probably a week to explain. But that's the basic overview. So yes, you do have unlimited, basically, options that it's going to generate. Everything is custom for you. You're pretty much not going to generate the same thing twice, and you got 32 genres. So let's keep on going. All right, so next is Synthwave. This is a super fun genre. So that's something I had from before, but we can go ahead and choose a pluck maybe and try it again. So let's solo that and take a listen. And as you can see here, it has velocity sensitivity, which version 1.0 didn't have. This makes it a lot more human, and you can go ahead and adjust them for the individual notes. And you also have all these commands on the piano roll, which you can take a look at. You can quantize, you can have scale highlighting, so it'll only highlight notes that are in the correct scale. So you know if you're trying to customize your melody or chord progression after the fact, you know exactly which notes are correct to use. And also you can zoom in on the piano roll, adjust the notes like that, adjust the velocity, you have swing, you can place new notes, and best of all, you can drag and drop it right out of the plugin into your project. So you can either do audio just like this, it'll take a moment to export and you got it like that, or you can drag and drop the MIDI right in as well onto a MIDI track. You can see you got it right there. It'll keep all the velocity information and everything like that. Or you can press this button to export it onto your computer to either just have there or use for later. So let's continue with the Synthwave. Let's solo it and try some different sounds. You can obviously change the octave. All right, cool, let's carry on. So next we got rock, and we've designed some really realistic guitars for this. So I'm super happy with how rock turned out. So let's go ahead and bring up MIDI Wizard here, MIDI Wizard 2.0. And here we go. Let's generate a chord progression. Let's see what it comes up with here. Let me mute this melody down here. Let's try again. As I mentioned before, you can adjust the chord progression yourself. So if we come here, we could pick, this one, and it'll choose a different chord progression right there. Let's try rhythm as well. Let's also try hybrid standard. So hybrid is a brand new mode that did not exist before. This combines the most AI, and we got a standard and an advanced mode. Standard will be kind of a mix of a melody and chord progression, but slightly more simple and arpeggiated like this. And we got hybrid advanced. This is my favorite mode. If you want just one click for a hit melody, this is the way to go. Now we can get bass dragging again, link it all up. So let's go ahead and open up bass dragging because these rock bass lines are super cool. So let's go ahead and put them to group 4. Let's go ahead and take a listen now. Cool, let's move on to the next genre now, which is techno and melodic techno. So let's see what we got to begin with. And let's see what MIDI Wizard can give us on top of that. You can also change the sound. And you also got these macros here, which you can adjust to instantly fine tune a sound. So as you can see, that's increasing the noise. That's filtering it out, and all these sounds have macros, so you can fine tune your sound super easily like that. All right, so let's move on to the next genre here, which is UK drill. Now let's try hybrid advanced. So it does everything from scratch. Let's see what it comes up with. By the way, MIDI Wizard 2.0 has AI chord progression generation. So if you have our MIDI packs or you have existing MIDI that you're working with, you can just take the progression. So you can see this is the progression it is. If you just drag it onto MIDI Wizard, it'll detect and it'll match either your melody, chord progression, hybrid exactly to that progression. And then last but not least, we can go ahead and group them via Unison link, get a bass drag and bass line going. And obviously you can zoom in, you can lengthen the notes if you want, and you can really customize all this stuff until it's exactly the way that you like. Last but not least, let's move on to disco, which I really love as well. So let's check this out. So right here, we have the MIDI Wizard rhythm chord progression. Try a different one. You can try a melody pluck as well. Switch the sound. We can try a lead melody. So as you can see, the possibilities are endless and you can have so much fun doing this. We only went through 8 out of the 32 genres. You know, if I went through all 32, it'd take way too long. But when you get your license, you're going to be able to go through each one of these genres and mix and match and come up with unique music nobody's ever made. Because if you mix, for example, a disco melody, if you're making house music or hip hop, you can really create some unique, interesting stuff that's, you know, this is what the power of AI and new technology is supposed to allow you to do. Get outside your comfort zone, enable you to think of things and create things you normally would not be able to create or think of. And yeah, that's what makes this just so great and so much fun. All right, so by now you've seen how powerful Unison MIDI Wizard 2.0 is and exactly how it's gonna help you instantly generate hit-worthy chord progressions and melodies in 32 genres, which then enable you to shortcut your way to producing hit songs, because melodies and chord progressions, if you nail that part, you're pretty much 90% there. The rest is a simple drum pattern, bass line, mixing, and you're good to go. Plus the ability to finish tracks so much faster and incorporate new AI technology so you can stay ahead of the curve when it comes to all the other music producers out there competing for your plays and income. So with that said, the regular price of MIDI Wizard 2.0 is $497, but don't worry, as a special launch deal, you're not gonna have to pay anywhere near that amount today. Plus, you're gonna get 3 exclusive bonuses when you get your license today. Bonus number 1 is the Unison MIDI Manipulation Masterclass. This is a masterclass where I'm gonna be walking you through advanced tricks on how to edit MIDI, how to customize your generations, and after you drag them out into your project, how to take them to even another level, get them sounding exactly the way you want, and to be able to make your music stand out and be more unique through the techniques that I'm going to show you that I've learned over my 10 years of producing. Some of these techniques were taught to me by my mentor, Grammy-winning producer, Daryl Swan. And this bonus is $197 value. Now, bonus number 2 is the Unison MIDI Wizard 2.0 Advanced Implementation Training. Version 1.0 had an advanced training, but I've completely scrapped that obviously and remade one for a version 2.0 because it's completely different. It's like a whole new plugin, 10 times better in every single way. What we went through in that demo is, believe it or not, just scratching the surface in terms of what's possible with MIDI Wizard 2.0. So in this advanced training, I'm going to be diving deep, showing you all the advanced features, every single way you can use MIDI Wizard to make hit songs in multiple genres. You're not going to want to miss it because it's going to really take your results to the next level when you get your license of MIDI Wizard 2.0 today. And this bonus is also $197 value. Now, bonus number 3 is the Unison MIDI Wizard private Facebook group. Now, we already have 1,000+ members in this group from version 1.0. So this is our largest and most active group that you're going to be able to join. It's private, so only people with MIDI Wizard can join. In this group, you're going to be able to get feedback on your tracks, share tracks that you're making using MIDI Wizard, network, and myself and the Unison team will also be in there to help you and give you personalized support with anything you may need. And this bonus is $147 value. So these 3 bonuses give you a total of $541 plus the value of MIDI Wizard, which is $497, gives you a total value of $1,038. But don't worry, as a special limited time launch deal, you can get MIDI Wizard 2.0 plus these 3 bonuses, not for $1,038, not for $800, not for $700, not even for $500 or $400. Right now, you can get everything for just one single payment of only $297. So if you're ready, click the button below, complete your order on the next page, and get instant access to everything right now. Plus, you're fully protected by our 60-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So after you get your license today, you can feel confident knowing that there's zero risk on your shoulders. Download everything, put it to the test, instantly generate crazy chord progressions and melodies in 32 genres, get infinite inspiration, and enjoy and have fun using MIDI Wizard 2.0. And within those 60 days, if for any reason you're not satisfied, literally any reason, just send one email to our friendly support team at support@unison.audio, and they'll refund you every cent, no questions asked. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain when you click the button below and grab your license today. But just a quick warning, this special launch deal is only available for a limited time. So if you've watched up until now, you know that MIDI Wizard 2.0 is the perfect plugin for you. And if you want to take advantage of the $200 discount plus these 3 bonuses, you know that you need to act right now. Don't come back later because the price might have already jumped up. Make your decision today and you'll be happy you did. With that said, this has been Seb from Unison. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to hear the hit songs that you produce using Unison MIDI Wizard 2.0.